If you have a phone, it's 2025. Streaming everything. I'm all for the streaming. Yes, it has its perks, it has its cons, but I'm all for the streaming. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Texas, and I'm back with another YouTube video for you guys today. Had a person in my comments that checked out a previous video that I had my little mini PC build up, and they pretty much put in the comments, the components and asking questions as far as how to set up a mini PC. And now I'm just letting you know, I'm new to this like the rest of you. All right. I don't have all the answers, and a lot of the things that I'm going to provide for you today, I am not paid by these companies or sponsored by them in any way, form, fashion, or anything. But these are platforms and companies that I use to pretty much, get the best experience out of this, this is the mini PC that I am working with now. Wait, before you go crashing out on me. Like, is this a Ryzen R5 35? Yes, I understand. $129. That's how much I pay for this mini PC that I am working with and operating at this moment, even using OBS to record this particular video. This is what I'm working with, and I'm using everything straight out the box. So I haven't upgraded the RAM, I haven't upgraded any memory. I'm just running this thing for the time being and trying to get the best usage out of it as possible. And these are the components that it pretty much comes with. It's an AMD Radeon chip built in, 2 slot memory, gigabytes, pretty much 256. And this is the GPU percentage, 2.1 gigs. And this is what I'm using, because here's the thing, pretty much the reason I'm making this video is because everybody has their own unique way and own method of doing things. And for me, per se, quick little backstory, I had an Xbox. I also had a PlayStation. I was getting the bang out my buck for Xbox for a minute, until I started realizing, as I became deeper into gaming, that I wasn't getting the best experience. I seen games on PlayStation that I wanted to play, so I ended up picking up a PlayStation. And then from the PlayStation, Spider-Man's, the Gods of Wars, Death Stranding, and games of that nature on PlayStation, because those was the popular games that people were talking about at that moment in time. I pretty much got a PlayStation pretty much like that. And then from there, me just playing my single player games on PlayStation was cool, but I never used it to play multiplayer games. So all my Call of Duties, Fortnites, just everything that was multiplayer, I pretty much played on my Xbox, and collection of games on my Xbox. I only played, PlayStation games for the single player games. Multiplayer, I played my Xbox. But I came into the bump in the road where I wasn't able to play PC games. You guys know the PC games, like Schedule 1 and Sims, but modded Sims, GTA 5, but modded inside of the modded community with 5M. And you're not able to do all those things, and you're limited to what you can do on Xbox and also on PlayStation. Even though PlayStation is the top tier, when it comes to consoles, you got Nintendo Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch. I pretty much have every category of game and device here in my household. But this pretty much is about mini PCs and why I went with the mini PC route. Well, pretty much with the mini PC, I was, like most people, and still am, a working person. So I don't have thousands of dollars to pretty much go out here in the market and just throw away. And I got bills, I got responsibilities. I don't have children, but I still have responsibilities and things to keep up. So I'm pretty much not going out into the market and just throwing money willy-nilly for no apparent reason. So pretty much I tried to find some alternatives as far as low tier PC builds, and they were cool or whatnot. But yes, I could build me a PC, which I do plan on doing in the near future, so I can have a better experience. But your boy is broke and I'm balling on a budget, so I went this route. These are the mini PCs that I got, the Huawei. This is also another mini PC that I would recommend. It's the B-Link. And it has different variations, different prices. You can check the prices right there. Boop, bop, bam. I'm gonna let that sit for a moment. And it's running on AMD, chip as well. You can get variations, different, terabytes and gigabytes. And this is pretty much what I also was looking at. But like I said, balling on budget, couldn't afford it. And plus, I'm one of those type of people, like when I want something, I want it ASAP. So instead of me trying to save up money, I hurried up and just bought me a little mini PC, the Huawei right here. And and Geekcom, they have some affordable mini PCs on here, and all these PCs have different chips, Intel and AMD, and I went this route because, like I said, it's affordable. I can spend $100, $200, $300, $400, even $500. But when you start getting to the thousands, that's when I got spending $1,000 and this thing break down on me. I'm gonna be upset. 500, 300, 200, I could work with that, but thousands of dollars, I'm gonna be upset if something ain't working right or correct. And definitely if I try to build something and mess it up, I'm gonna be irritated. But getting to this space, I pretty much said, let me just find something affordable. Let me, buy a product and work from there. It's a build up, on my mini PC. I can't show you too much in my backdrop, but I have OBS. So for those that are into the streaming world and want to stream, some slight like this, you can get you a mini PC, start using the OBS system. I stream on Twitch. I also stream on TikTok. Like, yes, it's not the greatest performing mini PC in the world, but at least you can do basic things that I need done. And you may have other things that you want to get done and variations or whatever the case may be. But for me, this is working smooth. Plus, this is the kicker. Bam. Let's bring Apple into it. Apple do have a little mini MacBook Pro. Well, MacBook Mini, I apologize. MacBook Mini, gigabytes and CPU, RAM, storage and everything. You can get a terabyte, if you want to. It's around like what, $549, and you can get that on Amazon as well. Pretty much all these products is on Amazon. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by none of these platforms, but I'm just offering alternative for those that want to get into the PC market and try something different outside of just playing on console. This is not me just pushing the PC narrative, because there is, if you are aware or not, there is a PC versus console war and consoles versus each other. I don't get into all that. I get into what Texas, like to enjoy and play. I'm one of those type of people that I diversify my portfolio. I'm not going to cry and complain about what's going on in the market. Just diversify to what the market is telling us. At the moment in time, the market is saying you should not just have one console, you should have multiple. Or if you can't afford all these consoles, get you one big mega one. PC. Like I said, people gonna feel what they feel about it. But yeah, Xbox. This is my profile on the top. Hopefully don't nobody try to be on no extra weird stuff. But Xbox cloud gaming. I pretty much got into the Xbox cloud gaming when the platform launched in the beta version last summer. It was slow. It wasn't all that good, but over time they have improved the software, the internet, and everything about it. For set price, what, 20? I mean, it's a tier system, so you got the Xbox standard version, then you got the Xbox Ultimate, then you got the Xbox PC, and with those tier systems, you can play 100 games for whatever the prices are, and you can play 100 games up to there. And now here's the kicker. Right? It's 2025. You can stream games, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody has their own feelings about multimedia and how we don't have this, and they're taking away games, and you don't own games. And I'm not going to get into all that in this video, but pretty much I'm just letting those know that want a mini PC. You can stream your games. All you have to do is have a solid internet connection. Now the games that you own in your library, they're slowly, pushing out to, you can play on cloud gaming. So if you have certain games that's on your Xbox account, some of those games you may be able to play on their cloud streaming platform. And I've used this platform for almost a whole solid year, from the beta version up until now, even on PC. And I can honestly say publicly that the software and the platform that Microsoft has in Xbox, it has improved. Systems have changed. Things have been updated, so you can have a better experience playing the game like if you were playing it on console. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I'm a 2K player, so I love playing 2K. I play my 2K. I don't have no problems. You wouldn't even think that I was playing on a PC. You would think that I was playing on my console. It's smooth, run smooth, get in, get out, like no lagginess, no extra stuff. That's just me. I got some good internet. Plethora of games. If you own any of these games, I mean, I'm just getting to it real quick. This is the games that, if you own, you can play all these games right here. Bam, bam, bam. Some games that came out, some games that they're still adding on there. So pretty much these are all the games. Like, look at this. Even Cyberpunk, the Ultimate Edition. Like, come on. Pretty much all these games that you own. Final Fantasy, come on. And then the Game Show Awards came out today, so I'm going to drop a video on that. Like, come on. And like I said, everybody does talk bad about Xbox and various different reasons and stuff. Just scrolling through here, but yeah, like pretty much they're at least doing something. They're saying like, listen, you don't have to be locked to the console. If you want to play this in on your phone, you can. If you want to play it on a PC, you can. Now in 2025, just today, the showcases just came out. They linked up with Rogue, pretty much a handheld Xbox device. They have a handheld device now. Everybody gonna feel what they feel about it, but you can play in a handheld device, and that's Xbox in this 2025, and you're able to do that. People may feel what they feel about the Xbox, but GeForce Now, NVIDIA, GeForce Now is another up-and-coming popular platform that you're going to hear people talk about in this particular space, the streaming space. Pretty much all the top-tier games that's out, you can play these at a way better. Now, Xbox platform, as far as their streaming, is decent. It's decent for those that have internet. But if you got GeForce Now, you have a Steam account, Epic account, Xbox account. Unfortunately, not PlayStation. That. Like I said, I'm gonna get to that. You can link those accounts and play GeForce Now. Now they have a paid system as well. They also have a free tier, which you kind of see me in that little corner right there. They got a tier system where you can play free games up to an hour. So if you want to test something for a quick hour and you feel like, oh, this platform is running smooth and good and crispy, I recommend you do that. Create your account. Link those accounts to the other accounts. Accounts. Let me stop. But yeah, they got all the newest and up-to-date games that's out here on the market that's connected to Steam, Xbox, Epic Games. And you can play multiplayer games. You could play single player games. You could play, all the games that have recently came out in the past 2 years, and they're still adding more games on there. And with GeForce Now, they're using their servers. They have their own servers that they're providing, and it's NVIDIA. So they got some good great servers, and plus you got GPUs and everything else. Their service is pretty much decent. Well, I ain't gonna say decent. I would say it's great. If you want to play top tier games at the best experience, there you go. GeForce Now. GeForce Now is a great platform that I also utilize to play and stream games on. Like I said, I got good internet service. No lags. I get in, get out of games. None of the websites that I'm providing to you today crashes for me. I can't speak for you and your situation, but for me, I don't have any problems with them. Another platform I'm going to also recommend, for those that get a mini PC and you want to play PC games, boom, Boostroid. Now, they have their own pace tier system, pretty much you sign into your account, you don't have to download That's another thing. All these platforms that I just provided, Xbox, GeForce Now, and Boostroid, you do not have to download anything. You can use these platforms strictly from the web browser. You know, whatever web browsers you prefer to use, you can do that. So pretty much, what I'm saying is, we're in a whole different time and place in today's day and age. People gonna feel what they feel about the media space and not owning products, but you know, for a lot of people, they just want to play games. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. You know, a lot of people just want to get, you know, when their day over, school over, whatever. You know, if they're, you know, got some spare time, they just want to hop into a game. They don't want to wait for all the extra stuff. We live in a we want it now type of society now. So you know, the days of downloading games and owning games, like, you're gonna feel what you feel. If you have a phone, it's 2025. Streaming everything. I'm all for the streaming. Yes, it has its perks, it has its cons, but I'm all for the streaming. Catch up with the streaming stuff before a lot of us get left behind and a bunch of other stuff start changing. But like I said, I'm one of those people. I use the platforms. Okay, Boostroid, and then here's another one. So yes, y'all seen what I'm working with. I'm working with a mini PC that a lot of you guys gonna say that mini PC is trash. Why are you using that platform and da 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 da, and why you da da? I know it's gonna be a lot of people in the comments that's gonna say a lot of wild stuff. All right, here's what I have for a lot of you, and this is another platform that a lot of people may feel what they feel about it, but I use the platform, I enjoy the platform, and I get the bang out of the buck with this platform. Here we go. Not Boostroid. We talked about that. Shadow PC. Yes, sir. Shadow PC. So, pretty much with Shadow PC, you create your account. And with that account, it's different tier system. So you can start off with $20 for a cloud-based machine that's in the cloud, and you can stream a actual PC that's set up somewhere else, and you can utilize that mini PC and do whatever you pretty much trying to do. So this PC that I have right here isn't the greatest. Guess what? I'm gonna create me a Shadow PC account. I'm gonna get me a rigged mini PC somewhere in the cloud or somewhere overseas, and guess what? I'll be able to run it at a better rate than how I am running on my actual system right here. So I'm not using all my GPU and CPU to pretty much play hardcore games or anything that extreme that's gonna mess this system up. I don't have to pretty much use my computer here. I can use a streaming PC in the cloud. I'm just saying, no. Shadow PC has its perks, but it has its cons. I'm just keeping it a bean. You know, it depends on what area, what part of the world you live in, and if it's available for you. But I utilize Shadow PC. You know, sign up, pay whatever tier system for a rig PC you want. It's gonna come directly within a half hour. I want to say really 10 to 20 minutes. They're gonna set it up. And you're gonna have accessibility. You know, do your research on what Shadow PC is. You know, to protect your information and data and everything. I want you to do your research. I'm providing what I possibly can in this video. I'm not trying to make it too long, but you know, just all these platforms, just do your research. I don't just want to push it all out there and you guys are like, oh, you recommend it. Do your own investigation before you sign up and provide anybody with your information. But I'm just speaking on what I utilize to have a better experience in gaming outside of just, you know, my PlayStation and the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch. Okay. So yeah, pretty much this is the video right here. This is how I'm pretty much playing and streaming games in 2025. You know, I got me a mini PC. I utilize Xbox Cloud Gaming. I utilize GeForce Now. I utilize Boostroid. I utilize Shadow PC, and that's how I'm playing top tier games and having the best experience like everybody else with bigger and stronger, powerful systems. I'm able to, you know, use my OBS, set that up. That's what I'm recording this video on, OBS. I can also stream to Twitch. I also can do TikTok streaming, YouTube streaming. So, you know, you got to open up your mind and open up your wallet a little bit, but also open up, you know, to new ideas, you know. I mean, I pretty much got this off the TikTok shop, so I know a lot of people like, you're talking to a little weak mic. As long as you can hear the message, that's all that matters. As long as you can hear the message, that's all that matters, all right? So pretty much that's my video for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you for staying this long. If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be trying to drop more videos as, you know, my progression keeps progressing. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.